So, video 2, recapping off last time when I explained what happened with me doctors, my GP surgery, and I had to see a urologist. Like I explained to you, it was so bad. Um, I was turning the light off in the toilet because we have no windows in our toilet. It's like a walk-in shower room. I was literally fucking just turning the light off because I knew for a fact what I was doing in the toilet was just blood. Um, and it looks scarier than it is when you do it, when you've got it, because like when you wee that much, it's mixed in with water as well, so like it looks worse than it is. But literally mine was like the whole toilet was just fucking filling up anyway. So they sent us to my urologist, and he sent me for a emergency CT scan. I had that, and then it was about a week after my scan. Um, I got a letter. I think it was a letter or a phone call that I had to go to a urologist, and I had to get a cystoscope, which is a camera down your penis that go up past your prostate, and then up into your bladder, and then look inside your bladder to see if you have anything in your bladder. Um, it's like a thin, lighted tube. Um, anyway, so it goes through your urethra and examines the interior of your bladder and your lower urinary tract as well. Um, there's two kinds of scopes. There's a flexible, which is the one that they put down there when you're awake. And then there's another one, which is the rigid, which they use when you're asleep, because that's mainly to like remove things from your bladder. Like if you have like a tumor or whatnot, they can scrape it off your tumor through your penis, because the camera also has instruments on the end of it which heat up, so it comes out the camera at the end when it's inside your bladder, and then they can hook onto your tumor and they can scrape it off your bladder wall and remove it. But that's when you're asleep. They can't do that when you're awake, otherwise you'd be fucking jumping up on the ceiling. But the flexible one, they do that when you're awake. The way they do it is they put some numbing down, and they put numbing down your I've heard people say they don't. They do. I don't know what they did years ago, but now they do. They put numbing cream down your penis. They let it probably just a couple of minutes, and then they insert the camera, and they go up, and you don't really feel a lot, to be fair. The only thing I felt on my first one was just when it went past the prostate, I felt a little sharp pain, but then it just went away. And then I was actually watching the screen, and it went into my bladder. And at the same time, my urologist was talking to us, and he said that the CT scan had come back and there was a tumour in my bladder, and he just wanted to do the cystoscope just to double check, just to make sure on what size it is, and what kind it is, and this kind of stuff. I mean, I heard loads of stories how bad cystoscopes were, and they're not. My first one was nothing. So if you are going for one, I wouldn't really stress, because it's. I mean, other people are different, but my first one, nah, I wasn't even bothered about my first one. But then he said that they had found a tumour on the CT scan, like I said, and then they wanted to double check it anyway. And then when I was watching the screen, I noticed like it looked like a mushroom, like a mushroom, and my immediate thought was, I said it. I just went, what the fuck is that, to me urologist. And then he sort of pulled the camera away and moved it quickly so I couldn't see it anymore. And he went, well, that was your tumour, So we'll have to send you for another. We'll have to send you for a TURBT, which is transurethral resection of your bladder tumour, which is where they scrape it off and remove it. And it didn't even dawn on us like cancer, even though he was saying tumour. I was just like, and I was like, oh well, is it easy in that? And he was like, well, sort of. He went, depends what kind of tumour you've got. He went, because it goes in grades and stages, tiers and stages or whatever. And I was like, right. And he went, so we'll have to double check and then we'll get back to you about it. And then it sort of like started to dawn on us. And I went, before I got off the bed, I went like, hang on here. I went, are you telling me like I've got cancer? I went, because tumour just doesn't, I don't know why, but I just never registered. And he went, well, that's exactly what I'm telling you. He went, I'm telling you, you've got cancer, you've got a tumour in your bladder. And I was just like, fucking blew away, to be honest. Like, and then I went in the room, got changed, and then they took us into another room with a nurse, a Macmillan cancer nurse. And then she sat me down and just explained what was going to happen. And your initial thought is, obviously when somebody says cancer, you just think, oh my god, I'm going to die. That was my initial thought. I thought to myself, well, how long have I got left? And things like that. And you start thinking about all sorts of shit. It makes you question your morality. But if you get bladder cancer early, it really is treatable. Like, it really is. I think it's like 75% of people, depending if it's went outside your bladder. Because if it goes outside your bladder and metastasizes, and it spreads all over your body then. But mine was just, it was contained in my bladder. But, so I went home, and then you've got the fucking stress of having it in your body, of like thinking about it all the time. You just think, for fuck's sake, I wish like I could get rid of it, and like, I hope I'm gonna. You start thinking about all kinds of crazy shit. I was thinking about like, oh my god, what if I didn't see me grandkids grow up? What you sort of think it makes you dead selfish as well. Like it does. It just makes you selfish as well. Like, and it made me angry as well. I was enraging, and my poor wife, she put up with a lot of me on my diagnosis, because I was like a fucking raging lunatic, to be honest. I just wanted to fucking kill somebody. I really did. I was so annoyed, and all the other emotions as well comes after it. Like, you get angry, and then you get down, and then it's like a roller coaster. But I'll give them the dues. They were slow off the mark, but once they knew I had cancer, they were lightning fast. Like, within the first, I think it was 3 days after me cystoscope, they sent us for me first tube, which they took us in. They put us to sleep. They scraped it off me wall, and removed it. And then I had to have a catheter in, and I had that catheter in for a week. Because obviously it was just bleeding all the time, and I was in so much pain. Because obviously once the numbing wears off, when you go to the toilet, you just climb the walls. It's painful, and then they sent it away. And then I had to wait. I think it was a few more. It was about a week, and the urologist sent for us. A different urologist, though. This was Dr. Keegan from Sunderland. Amazing bloke. Saved my life. And then he made an appointment to see us. And then I got my diagnosis. And I'll make that in the next video, because obviously it's starting to get a bit lengthy now. Okay, so thanks.